Hey there, Cole here for Radio Times Gaming, and today we're going to go through the Star Wars Hunters tier list. Let's get to it. There are 12 different characters in Star Wars Hunters to choose from at launch, and these fall into 3 different classes: tank, support, and damage. We've got 13 in this list just now, but one of them won't be available to play until the Arena Pass comes out. But Radio Times Gaming editor Rob Leane did get a chance to try them all when he visited Star Wars Hunter HQ, and this tier list is from his truly, so don't shoot the messenger if you disagree. And first up is Sprocket, and bless him, he's getting put in D tier. Sprocket is a tech genius boasting fast reflexes and an array of gadgets that would make Batman or James Bond blush, including a powerful turret and blaster remotes. And when in a state of critical health, he also gains a boost to his speed, which makes getting away from enemies easier. But compared to the other characters, he just doesn't quite cut it. And joining Sprocket in D tier is Zayna, a battle-hardened veteran of the Rebel Alliance. Zayna has a lot in common with Han Solo, and just like the charismatic smuggler, she uses a custom DL-44 blaster pistol and can increase the healing abilities of her allies thanks to her leadership. But, again, there's a lot of good characters on here and she just doesn't cut the mustard. Next up is Char, and we're gonna put him in C tier. Char is a hulking Transhodan who hunts big game for fun. His scattergun will spray pellets at close range for high damage, and he can even rush at foes with furious swipes of his claws. Melee combat is very risky though, and his scattergun means you have to get up close too. This means that there are hunters with more utility than Char, hence the C tier position. Also in C tier is Skora, who, like the bounty hunter Greedo, who definitely shot first by the way, is a Rhodian. She used to work for the Hutt cartel and can engineer stim packs for teammates or craft poisons to be used against opponents. She's armed with a dart gun, and also has the unique ability to heal themselves when not in combat. That dart gun is a little middling though, but definitely a step up from D tier. And next up we have the cheekily named J3DI, Jedi, however you want to pronounce it, and we're gonna put them in B tier. J3DI, Jedi, is a custom built droid that uses a blue lightsaber and has simulated force powers. When it takes damage, the droid will drop spare parts which can be picked up and used to heal yourself. An expert swordsman droid, J3DI can also spin its lightsaber from the waist in a furious circle that damage any enemies immediately around you. So far though, getting up close was a death sentence for Rob, hence why it's in B position, but definitely better than those that have come before it. Still in B tier is Groz, and there are a few more intimidating presences in the Star Wars universe than a Wookiee. Groz towers over enemies and can smash them with a set of clubs, and has the resiliency to take a lot of damage before he needs to recover. If that isn't enough, he can rip up a boulder from the ground and launch it in a frenzy around the map. But like we've said with other melee characters, hunters that have ranged weapons can make short work of melee characters, so be careful with this one. Also in B is Diago, a sightless sniper, but being born without the ability to see has not stopped Diago from becoming an impressive sharpshooter, somehow. His slug thrower rifle is slow, but when it hits it will deal a lot of damage. Not even a lightsaber can deflect its projectiles. When jumping or gliding through the air, he can use a grapple to anchor himself to a ledge, meaning he can get some really good ambush spots with him. Sticking with B tier, we have Reeve, a dark side assassin armed with a lightsaber. Aside from being deadly with a blade, she can leap at an enemy and deal damage when landing, or use the force to pull them towards her before attacking them while they're on the ground. Still, Reeve is susceptible to hunters who can dish out damage at range, so whilst they have a really cool design, you may be better off staying away from characters with lightsabers or other melee weapons. And though my favourite design, Utuni is relegated to B tier. The name may have been a big giveaway, but Utuni is a pair of Jawa brothers who can salvage items from other hunters to convert into powerful weaponry. Their standard arsenal includes 2 weapons, a pulse blaster and an arc caster. But more devastatingly, Utuni will drop a sonic grenade when they are eliminated from the match. The design of these guys is really fun though. Hopefully they'll receive a buff to improve their utility in a further patch. And moving up to A tier is Slingshot. Slingshot combines the power of an Ugnaught named Dizzy and a droidica battle droid, and recognise these from the prequel trilogy. Nimble and speedy, Slingshot is armed with twin blaster cannons and can roll at high speeds towards enemies, knocking them backwards or stomp across the map and slam down on foes as he hits the ground. Rob also said they were quite overpowered in the Rocket League-like Huttball mode, as its round shape comes in useful when trying to traverse the pitch. Sticking in A tier is Amara Vex, a ruthless bounty hunter, unless you get vexed by them, as they have a custom A280 blaster rifle, and they can use a tracking scan to reveal a foe's location on the map once they've reached low health. Similar to fan favourite Jango Fett, Vex can use a pack on her back to fire a barrage of missiles at enemies. It's definitely worth trying Amara Vex for at least a few rounds. Also in A tier, Aaron Tal is a Mandalorian vanguard who is the last scion of Clan Tal. He also sports the armour of his fallen ancestors. Determined and devoted to justice, Arantal uses dual blaster pistols combined with a jetpack that allows him to launch into the fray and douse opponents with a huge flame coming from his arm. Tal is not available at launch, but can be unlocked once the arena pass is released. And finally, an S tier is Sentinel, who Rob said to be the most consistently reliable character. A remnant of the days of the Empire, Sentinel is a stormtrooper who wields an E-Web heavy repeater firearm that has the ability to overwhelm enemies with rapid firepower. His shield too comes in handy at any time you need to defend or protect anything, and his ultimate move, which calls on temporary support from multiple other stormtroopers, is arguably unbeatable. Hence, why we're placing him in S tier. But that's going to be everything from us today, folks. Hopefully you found this list helpful for jumping into Star Wars Hunters, and we'll see you out there.